Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on Study Abroad Secrets of That Indian Girl. This is Yosh, and today I'm going to be talking about why I decided to go to FIDM in Los Angeles. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. So if you haven't already seen the video where I spoke about why I chose to study abroad for fashion, please do check it out. I spoke a little bit about why I wanted to do fashion, and it's basically because I always knew that I wanted to do fashion, and it's something I always felt so attached to, and I've been drawn to it ever since I was a kid. And yeah, like I knew I wanted to do fashion, and I also knew I didn't want to go to any college in India, and that's when I decided I would study abroad, right? And I realized all the reputed schools, all the really good fashion schools which have great resources, were either in the UK or US or somewhere in Europe like Paris or Milan. And that's when I decided I would apply to colleges all around the world and then later decide which one I really want to go to. So another thing to keep in mind is that I always wanted to do fashion, but not just fashion. I also wanted to do business alongside fashion, and I'm not the most creative person in the room. I knew for sure that I did not want to become a fashion designer or anything, leaning towards creativity. I always knew that I wanted to do something with marketing and basically business, and I didn't know that there were schools that combined fashion and business together and that they were offering those courses. Firstly, that's amazing. Secondly, when I got to know, I jumped because it was exactly what I wanted to do, but I genuinely thought there was no other, there are no schools that offer the exact same course that I'm looking for. But thankfully, I found around 5 to 6 different schools all around the world in London, Paris, Milan, LA, and New York. And that's when I basically decided that I would apply. And FIDM was always on top of my list just because I always felt like their course was one of the best courses, like their business and fashion business course was one of the best courses, when compared to other schools that were offering it. But I never leaned entirely towards it. I was keeping my options open. So like I mentioned, I applied to different colleges like London College of Fashion, FIT, SCAD. I applied to Istituto Marangoni, and I don't remember. Oh, I also applied to LIM. And the surprising thing is that I got into all of the colleges that I applied to, and that was a really good feeling. I was so excited, but also it was really confusing because I didn't know which one I would want to choose. And the reason I chose to go to FIDM is because they had the best business marketing course, well, fashion business course amongst any other college that I decided to go. I spoke to a lot of people, I spoke to a lot of alumni, and I also spoke to college advisors, and I inquired about the course and the exact components of each course and what the college would offer and the kind of opportunities and the resources that they had. And I was almost about to go to Istituto Marangoni in London, but the reason I decided to not go there is because, again, it required a lot of creativity in that course, and I wasn't really looking forward to commit to creativity more than I was looking forward to create the business side of the course. And that's exactly what FIDM offered. I also remember falling in love with everyone at FIDM. I just loved the entire vibe, and I loved how everyone was so helpful. My advisor, she was such a sweetheart. I also remember one of the director of admissions, she flew down to India and she was having one-on-one meetings with students who basically had doubts, and I flew to Mumbai to meet her, and she was such a sweetheart. I remember she was so helpful and she explained everything to me. I had so many questions, and obviously it was a very tough decision to choose in between, basically the 5 best colleges in the world, and narrow it down to one option. And I, like, the minute I met her, I knew this is where I meant to go. And I love the vibe of FIDM. I also love the fact that it's in LA. LA is one of the best places you could go to for your career, and especially if you want to do fashion. I think There are so many opportunities for you, and there are so many people that you're going to meet. And yeah, that's when I decided I would go to FIDM. My course is called Merchandising and Marketing. It has a little bit about fashion and buying, sort of that perspective, like the buying side of fashion and the creative side. Like you learn a little bit about textiles, and there's also the marketing side where you focus on pure business and pure marketing. And I absolutely love my course because there's such a good balance with, on both sides. And yeah, I genuinely enjoy my time at FIDM. I think it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made, and I definitely encourage you to check out FIDM. And if you have any questions about anything at all, please do let me know. Another thing that I wanted to mention and that I forgot is that FIDM has really great resources. When it comes to the fashion industry, they're at the top of their game. They're always trying to connect with, influencers, and they have really good notable alumni, and a lot of them are known for starting their own successful businesses. And yeah, I genuinely think they have so much to offer to their students, and they're so helpful, they're so warm, and they're always trying to do the best for you. I know it's a little expensive, but at least to me personally, I think my money is well spent. I think it's really worth it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say for today. And if you have any questions, please do ask and do comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, and I will be back soon.